So yes, I'm Debbie, and thank you to Kuldip for inviting myself and Disha. It's been a very warm welcome to all of the university team, and also lovely to see all the students. Yes, I have been originally known as Steiner for many years, probably near on 30 years, on and off. And my journey started as a hairdresser. I started as a hairdresser on board cruise ships. That's how I began my time. And I progressed very quickly into management. And I have since progressed on, and now I am the Director of Global Recruitment, have been for the last 13 years. And what I really want to explain and bring home today is the opportunity cruise ships gives to people. So whether you choose to go work in a different department or whether you come and work for SPA, obviously we want you to come and work for SPA, the opportunity is just endless. So let's talk about ships first. We hire in excess of 2,500 new people every year. That's beauty, massage, acupuncture, doctors, hairdressers, nail technicians, nurses. We hire fitness instructors. We hire over 2,500 new hire every year. At any one point, there is over 4,000 experienced staff at sea. And because it's a 9-month contract, we're moving around 8,000 people every year. So it's huge, it's big business. And spa business on a cruise ship is massive. And I don't know what happened since COVID, but it's even bigger than it was before COVID. It's huge. People want to use the spa. But on board a cruise ship, the technology, what we have to offer the guests on board is some of the most innovative treatments out there in any of the wellness and spa industry. And we have the opportunity to work with those things. So as an individual, if you're considering a wellness career or spa career, probably Steiner, well, One Spa World as it is now, will give you that opportunity. And it's not just an opportunity to go and do a contract. There is a career path. Like myself, started as a hairdresser. Disha now recruits, she was also a hairdresser on board ships, she now recruits for India. And so the opportunity is huge. Most of the people that work in our head office have started on a cruise ship. Now they're senior vice presidents of operations and sales and revenue. But what's really important to understand and remember about wellness and spa is it is a sales job. You are required, whether you work on land or whether you work on a cruise ship, you are required to sell. Sell yourself as a professional, recommending your treatments, what you have to offer, also recommending products on board. So what comes with that is a very key qualification and something that is not natural to everybody, which is communication. Because you may be qualified to do your job, and you may have all the certificates to do your job, but if you can't open your mouth and speak to a guest, that's where you're going to struggle. So what's very important when you join us is to understand our level of communication, because we are looking for people to excel on board, to deliver the most amazing service. There are over 200 cruise ships out there currently, and we're on most of them. So the competition is high for the cruise lines. They want to have the best cruise line, they want to have the best customer ratings, they want to deliver the best service. If you've ever seen cruise ships, or you Google or you see the news, Royal Caribbean just brought out this week a ship called the Icon of the Seas. Have a look at it. It is like something out of space. It's crazy how the innovation on board, what it has to offer on board. It's the biggest cruise ship currently in the world. There's 10,000 people on that cruise ship. 6,000 of those are guests. So the service level is huge. So our expectation is very, very big. And we require the best to be on board a ship. So going back to our history of India, I've been recruiting in India for over 10 years. But first we started with just taking a few people and bringing them to London. But UK visa isn't that easy to get these days. So what we started to do was to branch out and set our own training up here in India. We started with hairdressing just in Mumbai. So we would do maybe 15 hairdressers 3 times a year. Now we recruit and train every 3 weeks. We have hair in we have hair in Mumbai, and we have beauty, massage and fitness in Hyderabad. There are academies, and we are a registered company here now. So we are officially here, which is very, very exciting. Currently, we're taking over 600-700 new hire from India every year, and that is just going to increase year on year. And if you look at the landscape of our staff on board, we recruit any nationality and every nationality. There's no restrictions to nationalities. We recruit everybody. So it's really important. But what's very important, if you look at our 87 nationalities, in all of our modalities on board, which is hair, beauty, fitness, massage, acupuncture, all of those, Indian nationals are in the top 5 of every single category for revenue on board a ship. That's 5. Top 5 out of 87 nationalities. That's huge. So we know you're very good. We know you're very good, all right? We just want to take you and take it to the next level, which is why we train. We're not there to train you in your modality, your profession. You're already qualified when we take you, because we don't train from scratch. This is what the university is going to do, okay? So we take you from when you're qualified. And then we're going to upskill you. So we're going to give you all the tools and skills to make sure that you're successful when you're on board a cruise ship. And like I said to you, it's not about being on a cruise ship and doing a contract as a hairdresser or a fitness instructor. It's about developing. You could be a manager on board a cruise ship. You could be sales and revenue, where you go from ship to ship. You could be a trainer on board a cruise ship. You can take a dishes job if you like in the future, yeah? You could be a trainer in one of our academies. You could go work in the Miami office. So there is a career path. And this is why it's really important to understand the international side of what we offer. It's not just doing a contract on a cruise ship. There's so much more to that. But as a company, One Spa World, who is the official biggest, largest spa provider on the cruise ships at sea, we also have land-based as well, mostly in the Caribbean, Maldives, Seychelles, and around the US. We are innovative, we're always evolving, we're always finding new ways, new treatments, new products to put that out on cruise ships. Competition is fierce, but in terms of spas at sea, we're probably the main company out there doing it. There's some smaller competition, but not very much. So, in terms of One Spa World, you know, our head office is based in the US. It's a large office with many people working there. And we are a public limited company, so we are on the stock market. We are, you know, responsible to our shareholders to ensure that we deliver on cruise ships. Cruise ships are very demanding. They want the best, always. And that's what's really important. So that is why we're always looking for the best people. And this is why communication is really important, because as an Indian national, you're really only going to go to a US-based ship anyway, unless you speak French, Italian or German, which you probably don't. All right, so you're going to go to international, to American ships. So communication is really important. And all my years of recruiting in India, I'm starting to learn that there is literally 4 countries in India. North, south, east and west, different food, different languages, different dialect, understanding people differently. So it's quite a task for us to find, but it's a really exciting one. And since Disha has joined us as the recruitment manager nearly 2 years ago, our standard of new hire has improved massively. Because she is from India, so she understands the culture, she understands the language, she understands the education, and that is really, really important for us. So once you decide to take the path of a spa profession within the industry, and you think, okay, I'm going to try ships, you will join one of our training centres. Our training, if you're beauty massage, is 4 weeks. It's intense. It's not easy. People don't make it. People quit, or people just don't pass through. It's not easy, but it's not easy for a reason, because we are wanting to find the best people possible. So once you have progressed through your 4 weeks of training and you've passed successfully, then you'll be offered a position on a cruise ship. Now, as an Indian national, you have a lot of requirements. Your government have made it quite challenging in order for you to get all your documentation. And as a seafarer, because that is what you'll be known as, you need to get various documents to do that. So when you commit to this new role, this new job, this new career, you're committing a lot. And that's really important, that you make sure that your family's happy for you to commit. You make sure that you feel good about it. Because it's a 9-month contract when you get out to your cruise ship. Anybody been away from their families for 9 months? No? Yeah? It's quite a long time. But trust me, and Disha will verify it, it goes in a heartbeat. It goes so quickly. And you get to travel the world. You get to go to all sorts of places that you probably never thought you'd get to. So the opportunity, again, is huge. And then you come home, you have some short time at home, and then out again. You will know what your contract is next time before you get off your first contract. And the cycle continues. We have people on their 22nd contract. 22 contracts. I did 10. Well, I did 10 years. Contracts were a lot longer then. But I did 10 years. But some of our staff on board are doing phenomenal. Some recent people that Disha has recruited over the last 12 months, they are just exceptional. With personal trainers doing $22,000 US in 7 days, and they're making a percentage of that money. Some Indian nationals on ships at the moment are making between $1,000 and $2,000 US a week. A week. That's a lot of money, right? Yeah? And you have no expense on board. Nothing's going to be expense to you. We cover food and accommodation, okay? So unless you're going to go for a drink to the bar, or you're going to have something, do something on your day off, there is no expense to you. We take care of everything. So it's really important to understand the opportunity. And we spent a lot of time, Disha and I, going around India, meeting new people, introducing to new people like you guys, which is really important, to find new opportunities for people like yourselves. Because there are opportunities out there that you may not know about. I did not know about cruise ships until my big sister went on a cruise ship to work. Then I realised, oh, there's hairdressing on board cruise ships. I think I might try that. And then I took my twin sister with me. And now my twin sister is the lady that decides what ship you go on. We work together, we've always worked together. She's my identical twin sister. So we've always worked together. So at the London Wellness Academy, we are originally based in London, and it was always our first academy. It's been there for 25 years. But due to the wonders of COVID, made it very difficult for people to get to London due to visas, restrictions, and we needed staff. So now we fully recruit and train in the Philippines, South Africa, India. We have pop-up trainings in Serbia, Argentina, Philippines again for fitness. So we are global, we are everywhere. And the thing to remember also, when you complete your training, you will receive a certificate. Now, whilst it's not a CEDESCO or an internationally accredited certificate, anybody in the spa industry knows what that certificate's worth, because they know Steiner. Number one spa world, nobody calls us that, they call us Steiner. But that's the old name. Everybody knows what that certificate is worth. It's worth a lot of money. A lot of the big hotel chains, like IHG, Fairmount, all of those, contact us regularly. How do we get your staff when they finish contracts? How do we get them? Because we know where they've come from, we know the training they've had, we know the customer service that you will have delivered. How do we get those people? So we're constantly asked to refer our staff that don't wish to do contracts on board anymore to go and give them land-based opportunities. If you go to the Maldives, the Seychelles, Mauritius, Hong Kong, China, lots of these grand, fabulous spas, you will always find a Steiner somewhere, because they're all working in these amazing hotels, Caribbean, wherever it may be. So it's really important to understand what your opportunity is. I'm also very clear, cruise ships is not for everybody, so I'm not forcing you into cruise ships, but what I am getting you to do is think about career paths and opportunities for the future. The spa industry is probably one of the most fantastic industries to work in. You're helping people, you're delivering the most amazing service, you're making people feel really good about themselves. And with all the things that go on in this world, we all need to feel good, right? One way or another, yeah? So it's an opportunity to look at different options, what you have available for your future. And you know, with everything that we have, we're able to provide as much opportunity as possible, because you now don't have to travel, you know, in terms of international to get training done. It can be done here in India, which is fantastic. But you know, whatever you decide to do, whatever your career path is, make sure it's the best one that you have. Make sure you grab all of your opportunities, okay, and deliver and be the best you can be in whatever you decide to do. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. It's very lovely to meet you.